Hello everyone, and we are live. Welcome back. A little bit of a delayed stream here today, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna continue on here on Roadcraft. We're on the incognito map. We're about 50-ish% of the way through, and we were working on a power infrastructure last time. We had to get power up to the steel pipes facility, yes. And I think our closest spot is over here, if I recall, at the steel beams. So somehow we gotta get power without destroying all of our roads up to here. And I think that means we can come down this way. Maybe cut through here. It's a bit of a road here, but we have our backup road here, so we can destroy this one. It shouldn't be too big of a problem. Just run it all the way down and into here, and hopefully we can cut close enough that it doesn't affect our passageway here, just in case. I don't want to destroy the road if we don't have to. So yeah, let's get into it. As usual, chat input is welcome. We're here to play it together, basically. So let's get our cable layer vehicle. Is already out. Where are you? Okay, that's actually a good spot. Oh, it's because we ran power down here, so we can just drive it back up this way. There's our trench. Drive it back up and start from here and follow this road, I think. Yeah, we'll come across. That's why they had us. I believe we cleared out this section, if I remember correctly, at one point. And I think, or was that down here? I don't remember. It's been a couple days. I think that was the section we cleared, but let's just go ahead and do it. Oops. We only have 6,400. I'd like to buy a better cable layer, but we'll work with the tools that we have available to us. All right. We'll go ahead and we're driving it back north. That way. If we follow this path back, we'll be able to find where we can start the next bit. Yeah, this right here, this is what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to avoid leaving these trenches in the middle of roads that we need to drive, especially AI vehicles on, although some of the divots, they can actually cause quite a bit of a problem. We saw that on Sunken. We had that one big long road we had to resand because the cable trench, I couldn't figure another way to go, and then a couple missions later we had to run AI traffic up the same road. Yeah. That was fun. Alright. Where are we? Correct. Okay, we're gonna go through the compound. You can see here we managed to start this one off to the side of the road, so it doesn't actually affect this road, which is nice. And let's see where we're gonna go from here. That'll finish this. We gotta be getting close. These bigger ones are usually towards the end. It looked, maybe I'm wrong and we're higher than 50%. I should have looked when I logged in, but I was just rushing to get things live. I started late. And I was having an audio issue. Every time I'd hook up my headset, the game would crash, but we got past it. That's what matters. We don't need this marker anymore. That was when we were building the road to give us the sort of marker to aim for. Where is our power starting? Let's go here. Oh yeah, we gotta back up. I'm gonna get as close up here into this little sliver as I can. That should be good. That should do it. And then we're gonna follow this muddy trail. And that's how we're gonna get... Oh, what? You weren't... There was nothing there to break. Not cement. Let's see if we can reconnect. Why isn't it like... Oh, it is like little rocks here, isn't it? Let's see if we can get it to at least try. Sometimes if you... Yeah, there we go. We sort of wiggled it into place there, so... Let's pull this cable. We will stay as off of this road as we can just in case something happens, but we'll follow it as best we can. Hopefully this swamp here... Actually, we might go up and around the water. Whoops. See if we can get up. Actually, let's stop this. Let's go up this way through these trees. So we don't have to go through that water there. We can stay off the road. We'll go up here. Something like this, I think. Is that close enough? Nope. We missed it by a little bit. Okay, come on. There we go. Whee! So the big thing with the rebuilt truck is that it's a little bit faster, but it's not... I mean, over a longer distance, you definitely notice it. So this track, we might actually even have noticed a slightly faster vehicle, but kind of short on funds at the moment. Looks like later, the further we get, the more money we have. So we'll be able to get some new trucks here soon. Upgrade some of these, maybe for the next map. But for now, focus on getting this cable run. Oh, these trees are going to be a bit of a problem. Can I drive through? I think I can drive through these ones over here. We'll kind of go around this first one. We'll destroy as few trees as we can. I think we can just push this one over. Yep. Make sure we're going the right way. Oh no, we're not. Well, we got to turn. Once we get through the, once we get past the water, we'll turn to the left. That's what we'll do. And we'll cross the road there, I think. I should have laid out markers, but oh, we're gonna just go around the quarry now, aren't we? Okay. Can we? No. Let's try and get. We'll cut across the road over here. A little bit wonky, but oops, a little bit stuck. So we just give it a wiggle. Trick with these is that if you get a little bit stuck, just stow and redeploy the tool. Works with the paver as well. Can kind of help you get through some areas. So this road here, if we ever have to use it, we may have to come patch up this little strip, but that's not so bad because at least we don't have to repave the entire road. I probably should have crossed right there where we were close, but I kind of... my guess was a little off on where we had to go. Yeah, there we go. We want to follow this up. Hopefully we can get through that water section without too much trouble. Fallen tree here. Gonna feel a little close to the road. We'll probably actually have to take the road through the swamp. A bit of water here, but we want to cover this watery bit anyway if we need this road, so that's not so bad because we'll, again, we'd have to probably pave this section regardless. So we'll play it a little safe and follow the road through here. Right. And then we'll get back off of it on the spots that we may not have to pave or we have to drive through. We'll see. Again, we probably don't need this road anyways because we made that other sand road. We can always just pave that and route any AI traffic over it, which was the point in the beginning anyways. And then where? So follow this and then yeah, we got to go up through this clearing that we made. That's correct. I remember now. Yeah, it's been a bit. I think the last stream was last week because then Dune came out and I played that on Friday and Monday and Wednesday, so figured I'd get some Roadcraft in today. Nice little Friday build stream, and then we can continue on Doom next week or on the weekend if I get an extra stream in. Our solo playthrough looks like it's going quite well so far, but that'll also be, for me, typical. You know, we're not in a hurry. We're going to enjoy the story. We're going to enjoy the missions. Just kind of enjoy the game as best as we can, not rush to the end game stuff. So I do want to get there eventually because I think see what we can do in the end game and what that would actually look like. This we definitely don't need, so we're just going to cut straight across here. This is just the for us to actually clear this section, cut down all these trees. This was all trees here at the start. Yeah, we'll get this up there and then we'll move on to the next objective. We'll have steel pipes as well, which is nice. We do have 11 beams, but we don't have access to metal bridges yet, so we may end up having to do some concrete stuff as well. We'll see. You can see our destination is just ahead. We're almost there. And we'll get this done. You can see that kind of hole there is what I'm talking about. That's a pain in the butt to drive over, so. And that should be it there. Go to the map to complete objective. There we go. Oh, it took 6 of our beams, right? So we're getting all the infrastructure laid, and then we'll get the big quest, which you usually want to pave the road for. We'll see how that goes.
Huh. I imagined it would be a bit more impressive, at least with all the effort you put into it. But looks aren't so important. Pipes are. With pipes, we actually have a chance of restoring the water supply to the whole area. And the locals will have only you to thank for it, and maybe me. Just a little. Not that they will even know about us. The company isn't big on giving credit where it's due. It sure would be nice to keep all the pipes and use them in the restoration. But, you know, that's not how the world works. Now, you need to restore the pipe supply chain by plotting a route from the factory to the supply depot and fixing the road. In exchange, we get some of the pipes that the factory produces. Better than nothing, I suppose.
We'll track that quest. We got to build a road here, and then there will be some infrastructure path we have to set up. Let's see what that looks like as well. Coming from here. So they're going to come out here. We go up this way. This should all be good. And then the road here. Doesn't look like we'll have to extend it. Depends. If we end up with Wayfarers, the semi-truck, we might have to do some more work, but that should be pretty good. Let's get our... This is actually, we got to check for a quarry zone as well. It is in a quarry zone, so that's good. So we'll get our trucks up there. Let's get our dump truck first. Are you already on the map, dump truck? Our Matsu bowhead is... Oh yeah, over here. Okay. So we can just drive up through... Best bet's to go through here, maybe? And of course, it wants us to go this way. We can probably manage that with the Aramatsu. Or we can take it home and come back around the long way, but... Let's see if we can get up there through here. Since this will be a little easier to drive on. Oh yeah, there's that rain that didn't want to go down bump right here. So if we have to make this flatter, I think that's not so bad. It's off to the right side, left side there. So if we need to pave this, it probably won't affect us too much. There should be a way through here to get to the pipes too, right? I have to imagine. Out this way and around. Wow, that's a big way around. Gotta go past the roadside base. Do we have the objective to open that up? Convert the local garage. Oh, this is done. We just didn't accept it. Okay, what we're actually gonna do then is we'll port up to there. Save some time. We can teleport up to the recover at the roadside base.
Another base up and running. You have the locals to thank
Oops.
for that.
Okay, thank you. And then we'll get to our road construction. We'll get our Aramatsu up here. We'll deploy it. We're going to deploy our Conan work. We'll do this semi-manually. I don't think the AI likes this particular dump truck, actually. So let's actually switch this out for the Tega one. If there's any curve in the road, it doesn't really like the tracked vehicle, I've noticed. So let's actually put that away. We don't have the good Tega, though. It's okay. We'll deploy that. Is it the right base? Yes. And we'll get this guy moved in place. Again, it's not the good one, but the AI won't struggle with it as bad. I've had a couple on my private playthrough with the Aramatsu where it tried to... kind of messed up trying to do turns. And then I had to go back and manually fix the sand in a couple areas anyways. And since it's unlimited sand, because we're in a quarry zone, then the AI doesn't need the extra 10 tons. It can go ahead with the 10 that we have. Let's get this rolled in. I have been playing my personal game a lot the last little bit. It's kind of been my unwinding game. So it's cool. figuring out some road stuff. Mostly, oh look, we have our heavy equipment hauler here with the tree. We're gonna have to switch that out because we're gonna want to bring our steamroller and paver down with that. Ooh, yeah, that was bumpier than I was expecting, but we got through it. We might end up paving that area as well. We'll see. See if we need to. So you can go do that. And then we'll get back to here. Hey. That's weird. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because I had the scout selected in the menu, it didn't matter what I had the cursor over because I hit X instead of Y. If I hit Y, it would have put me into the Cronenwork. We could have started, but I hit X and it put me the one I had selected in the menu. That's just remembering the hotkeys. Too many games. Too many hotkeys. Good problem to have, though. What? Oh no, I hate when it happens because it sometimes messes up. What was the obstacle? Did you even... Yeah, you started it. Did you just get stuck in the mud? You got stuck in the mud because... Interesting. Okay. Oh, we'll see how bad I can finish it. Hey. We start dumping? Yeah, that's... Probably should have just done it manually with the Cronenwork or the Aramatsu myself. It's okay, we'll just put the sand down. The dozer should fix it anyway. It's not kind of cheaty because they go ahead behind you and clean it up anyway, so it should be okay as long as we get all the yellow lines. Forgot how slow this thing is to lift the tipper. I'm used to the Aramatsu, which is pretty... The good Aramatsu, which is just really fast. See? Okay, so I gotta do this. Let's back it back up. Just gotta get used to this dump truck again. It just starts. Yeah, that's close enough. I'm gonna put one more. Actually, no, because they're gonna mess that up. That should be good. We'll take this back home because I'm not gonna use this one. If I have to come back for more sand, I'll bring the Aramatsu. I like that thing. Go ahead and put it here, and then we can get the dozer should be able to fix that anyways. Not a problem. Where are you? There you are. And then you switch to vehicle. Multiple ways to get to your vehicle. This is nice. Get to it from pretty much anywhere, honestly. As always, feel free to tips or ask questions, anything like that. We're here to hang out and chill. We're not in any kind of rush. We can stop and look at things. We can do whatever. Let's get this road built and get the infrastructure planned and see how that goes. Ooh. Some steel that we can get. I want to see if this is... Yeah, this was a dump truck dumping load here, I think. Some of it, anyway. That little bit there was out of a dump truck, anyway. I may want to pave this just to make it nice, but we'll have to see. You can see how much nicer theirs is because they don't have to stop. They just set it to the right speed and everything goes compared to... But mine worked and theirs didn't, so there's that. Let's get you... We're close enough. We'll just drive this up. Just because that's fun too. And just brute force it around without tipping anything. Yes. We'll get this up there. We'll pick up our paver and our steamroller. And bring it down. Like I said, if we need to extend it, we can, but it should be good. Ooh. It's a bit of a rough bit. It's a big machine to be moving. Okay. We'll be a little more careful when we have our other equipment on it. That's cool that we had that base unlocked. We just didn't actually accept the quest completion, so that's good. So we'll go up here. We'll see how smooth the sand got made. It should be, like I said, the game should have auto-corrected it when the AI does it. So the mess that was at the end there because of the mud should get corrected, and then everything else will go smoothly, I hope. But we'll look, because if we have to manually fix it, we will. Hold up a second. 2 seconds. Why is my stream strength 4? How's the stream look? Is it all... I wonder if my internet's having issues. We are having a storm, so my internet could be having problems. Nothing else has changed, so it should be good, but it does say I have poor. Okay, well, we'll see how it looks. Okay. We'll keep an eye on it. If it looks bad, let me know. And I will try whatever I can. If it looks good, let me know that as well, so I'm not worried about it. It does say... Oh, now it says excellent. It's just YouTube things, I suppose. Like I said, we are having a storm, so there was some thunder earlier. It might be affecting something. But we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll continue until we can. I was going to get this turned around. We'll dump this tree harvester back, or the stump grinder. Looks good on your end? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Christina. All right. As long as it looks good. It's playing well. Everything's smooth for me, so... let's get this opened. Just that. Stump grinder was fun. We could sell it, but we're at 20,000 already too, so it's not going to take long. As we do these commissions, we'll start getting more and more. We want to put this away just so it's not in our way. And we'll go here. We need the paver. We need the steamroller. We want the steamroller on first, because that's how I like to do it, so we can get the paver working while we unload the steamroller. Just little efficiencies that don't really matter, but we get lined up okay. We did. Now don't turn it till the back roller is on the trailer. Yeah, I was a little too soon. You can see it kicked out to the side. Stun brake, brake. Okay. Get the paver up there. This guy works a lot better in reverse when you have to do it, just so you know. We'll make a road at some point here. Maybe this stream, maybe next, but I've gotten pretty okay with this guy. Seems to do the trick. They've done the little improvement update as well. It could probably still be a little easier, but if you drive it backwards and your sand is relatively smooth, it's not a problem. Get these hauled down to our road. Cruising. Now we got to be careful going through the pipe area here because our trailer's quite large and it's a little narrow through the bends here, but I think we'll be okay. I think the last day gave us a little trouble last time because we came at it at a bad angle. We didn't enter a wide enough turn. Things like this area, you can see we can get hung up on a bunch of things. So we just kind of have to account for the trailer here. Whoops, see, like that. We'll come go a little wide and then swing. There we go. Yeah, not a problem. Good. Good, good, good. Woo. Easy does it. A little bit of a bump. We almost lost our paver. I know there's a trick to strap them down, but I tend to just drive a little more careful. I don't handle this game the same way I handle SnowRunner. A very different game for me. And I think that's okay. Yeah, this here, if we have to drive vehicles over this... No, we don't, because they come from that side, right? If we had to put AI over this, we definitely have to fix this. This is hard enough for my trucks to navigate. Actually, can we just... What if I just do it from here? I've never tried this. Let's just deploy it from the trailer and see what happens. Oh, it goes into ghost mode and just does its thing. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Can we select this one now? It won't let me select the steamroller that way, though. Oh, because I wasn't in the zone with it. I see. Paver was in the yellow box, obviously. That makes sense. All right, yeah. Hope I forgot to check the sand, but it looks... Yeah, whoopsie. That was a mistake. You look at the mess it made. Ugh, okay. Let's stop the steamroller. He's not going yet. Okay. We're going to tear that up. We're going to fix this. Tearing it up is going to be quite a mess. Let's just actually dump another layer of sand right on top. That's probably the easiest way. Right? I think so. If we dump a layer, strip of sand over top of that, and then smooth it all out again. Well, you know what? I've never actually torn apart a road. Let's try that. See what that looks like. That's here. Oh, we have to manually put it down. Okay. Interesting. This is going to make a mess of the sand. Well, it's already a mess, so I guess... How deep do I have to go? They're destroying it now? We did a little bit on one of the previous streams, but not a whole lot. That didn't appear to do it. Oh yeah, it did. Oh, I was hoping this is going to be like smoothing the sand where you just... Yeah, we're going to have to... Yeah, it's not doing it. Interesting. Okay, we'll just do it this way. Oh, yeah, we're tearing up the dirt too. Probably should have not worried about it, but we're going to try this. We'll have to do a couple passes, it looks like. Cover it all. But we'll fix this road. I can show you how I would do it anyway. We might get lucky and be able to just smooth it out. We'll probably need another layer. We'll probably have to smooth it out and then put another layer of sand, I think, actually. We have to actually go like quite low here, huh? And we're pushing up the mud. Yep, there's gonna be a mess. One thing, other than the sand flattening mode, I don't really like using the dozers. They're so hard to do anything clean, I guess would be the way to say it. But I think we might have missed a little bit there. We'll see if I can smooth it out anyway. If not, again, we'll just more sand and more smoothing. Yeah, we have to get this end. And you can see we've chewed the crap out of it. Oh my goodness. Obviously it takes a little finesse to actually probably do it, but I would have liked it to be a little more like the sand flattening mode, is I guess what I'm saying. We missed this whole strip here too. We're just gonna chew it up some more. Okay. It's okay. Since we're smoothing it out, we should be good now. Let's just get to the end. We'll see if we can smooth it out like this, but we'll probably want to put... I'm actually gonna bring more sand. I want to fill this little end here as well, because that's gonna be a problem anyway. Let's go get our dump truck. It's in a quarry anyway, so it won't be a problem. And we'll just lay a fresh patch of sand and we'll extend a little bit past where they want it, make it all nice as we can. We don't have any problems with the AI, because then we have to go back and try to fix it after the fact. Well, try to do it right the first time. That happened because our other dump truck got stuck in the mud while the AI was driving it. We probably should have given him the Armatsu. It's a straight stretch, so it probably would have been fine. And wouldn't have got stuck. Oh well. Lessons learned. Ooh, wow. Doesn't usually dump too much sand, but I guess this is a roughish path. We hit a bit of a dip. We get this done. Yeah, they took almost all of our all of our beams between that and the base, so that's fine. Since we can't build steel bridges yet anyways, it doesn't really matter. I'd like to get some concrete in there because we'll probably need to build a bridge at some point, although we do have access to wood bridges. So that's what we built last time, I believe. No, we just used it to clear. I think we have access to wood bridges, don't we? No bridges. Well, that solves that problem. We'll get that here soon. I think maybe we'll get it after we do this, because that's the rest of the infrastructure, right? We have concrete, we have pipes, we have beams. Okay, slow down. Try not to dump too much sand here. Navigate around our dozer. And then we're probably going to start like from halfway here. Just to get past the worst of the mud. That's more like it. This is going to be a bit rough. We almost should have done a smoothing pass just to make the Aramatsu's job a little easier. Let's actually do that. We can get rid of some of these bumps. The Aramatsu won't waste as much sand over the sides. We'll just do one pass just to get it drivable. We'll even start. We have to move the this at least a little bit. We'll get one smooth and then we'll lay another layer of sand. Sorry, I know I'm repeating myself. That's how my brain thinks, processes. Might even need a little more coming out. We might have to take the whole, although we're coming from here, so we might actually end up turning it a bit. We'll see. First we have to get the AI built part in, and then we can do any sort of expansions. If we try to build the whole road and then the AI one completes, we'll just it'll just make a bigger mess. What I like to do with these AI roads is I do actually make the sand a little wider, then I pave the AI part, the mission part, contract part, and then I go back and make the pavement wider. How are we doing with these concrete patches? Yeah, a little bit of a bump and stuff. We may have to go one more. I just want to make it so the dump truck isn't all over the place. We're not leaving sand all weird. I can leave it relatively straight. We'll go back and see if it's still that bumpy. Look how bumpy it is there in the middle. Oops. It's not what I wanted. Hold the button, press. Okay. It wasn't registering my button, so it wasn't putting me in sand flattening mode. But it was registering the A button to get into the road menu. Yeah, it's all butchered from the pavement underneath. That's what that is right there. That's more pavement. I guess I can go try and break it, right? Just carefully. Like right here too. Break that? That didn't look like it did anything. We have to go a little lower. Did that do anything? You can kind of see. Let's get it right just a little bit into the sand and then push. It doesn't appear to be breaking it. Okay. Let's just get our Aramatsu over that. It should be okay. This little bit, we'll be able to smooth it out once we've got our new sand down. Just roadcraft things. Let's start from here because I will add sand there, but we'll add that after. I'm just gonna go a little slow. I'm gonna kind of Go slower here and try to get a little extra sand right here. That should be good, right? Covers the bump anyway, we'll see. We may need to do multiple layers of sand, but we'll see what we can get with one. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is not that big of a road, so the standard width will probably be enough. I'm a little better with this dump truck. Sometimes I mess up the buttons, but usually I can get a pretty good layout and sand lay down. I kind of back up slightly over what I've already done. Then I hold the right button, or the left button, and then once I get going, I just hold A, and it's usually good. Sometimes I have to lift off the A button just for a second while it catches traction or something, but that gives us plenty of sand for most roads. Sometimes you have to do two, depending on the terrain underneath. Like you flatten this out and then do another layer. Or if something messes it up, like the AI. We'll probably run this one more, just to make sure there's no mud here at the end, and then it'll only pave a certain amount. We'll see. We'll do one more. We should be able to get past this, the paver here. We'll manually pave it too, just because now we're here. That's a good run right there. Put some sand in it for later. Let's get the paver out of our way for the bulldozer. Or the dozer. Hey, there's a crane there. Let's mark that on the map so we don't forget. Just see on it right here. RC car. Or toy crane are the words I'm looking for. Let's make it a green star. We haven't got it yet. Then I switch it to a red star when I get it, and a blue star if I've moved it. That way, if I check the map runner map later to find the rest of them, I know which ones I already got. Now we'll grab this guy. Now we should be able to lay some flat. We will probably extend this out this way. Well, what if I just move the dozer, or move the steamroller a little more, and I just start trying to curve it just a slight bit? It'll probably remain sand. I like to leave a bit of extra sand at the end of roads anyway, in case we build a new one and have to join them. Makes it easier. That should do. If we start, whoops, did it again. We go like this way and we kind of smooth it from here, and we come back, we'll just turn down there. We'll get the center laid out and we'll see what we want to do after that. How good does this work? Still a little bump there, but we might be able to clear that up with another pass. So we'll do one in each direction down the middle and then one in each direction down the sides, and see where that leaves us. And I usually like to cover the middle half, like sort of half of what we've already flattened with my side passes. I guess we should start turning this a little bit. Like that. And then once we're not pushing sand anymore, go back the other way down the middle. I'm sort of still looking for the best way to do it. I think the one I have now works pretty good in most situations, where I go once each direction to the middle, once each direction down the sides, and I try to cover the middle half of the middle, or the... You'll see. It's easier to show than it is to explain. Yeah, it's just not gonna smooth here because of the previous mess, huh? Well, we'll see. We'll widen it a bit, and then we'll see if we need more sand or if it's gonna be okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I want it to be enough that the AI vehicles aren't gonna hate it. Yeah, so that should be a good amount. That's actually getting us pretty far. I probably just lifted the blade a little too soon there. You can see I left a bump at the end, but we should be able to get that smoothed down with this pass. So this is going to be one of the side passes. We're going to do the right side. What I try to do is aim roughly for the middle of what I've already done with the edge. It can overlap a bit more. I'd rather go a little shallow. Because what it's doing now is it's reading across the blade and evening out the sand, so we're reading a bit of the downslope on the right. You can see here it's actually a little wide. That's okay, we'll just keep it going. There we go, a little more flattening. It feels good driving over it. And then we'll kind of try to keep that level. For our exit here, there we go, nice. That's pretty close anyway. And then we go back over the same side going the other way if we need it. But what we can do is probably flatten the right side again, and then we can see how that looks, and then we can double it up. So this one I mostly just try to push the crown down. I try not to pick up any of the right side slope on this pass. And try to just push down the crown on the right, matching it to the middle. You can see I'm mostly over covering the middle. It can be a little tricky, and sometimes you'll slip over and it'll create little divots, but if you're careful, it usually turns out all right. We're getting this pivot here, this not pivot, wow, divot, this trench kind of flattened out. It's hard to see with the yellow. Now we gotta go down the right again, it looks like, because we did get a bit of a mess there. Let's push the left. Let's... yes. Thinking. I'm gonna try and push this right side down a little bit. So we'll go even shallower this time, and we'll really just try and push down that little mound. Even if we get a bit... yeah, see, we're a little deep now, so we're gonna end up with a mound on the left. That's okay. We're getting there, though. If I stay more central, we do have, like, the blade isn't the full width of where it's affecting it. It's a little bit to each side as well. You'll see it if we ever hit another spot there. You can see it pushing about 20% deeper than the blade shows, so that's a bit of a bump right there. We may have to fix that. I don't think there's much we can do without adding more sand. I think that's still leftover weird concrete, huh? Do one more down the middle. Just to see if we can clean up some of those bumps. It looks okay on the left side now. It doesn't look like we made any big gouges. So we'll do one more down the middle, see how it feels. There's a bit of a bump at the end of it here. Just right here, and I think that's still under concrete underneath. So we might have one bump. You can see it right there. It just doesn't want to flatten. We might try flattening that with the steamroller. See how bad it is once we've paved. I think this will be okay. Everything else is good except for that one little divot. Oh, and we got a bit here. What I'm gonna do is try and push down here. See if we can't fix some of that groove. Yeah, we think we got it there. Looks like it maybe. Oh, and I lifted too soon again. But it feels smooth enough. We'll be able to work with this. Get this guy out of the way. Now we'll do the paver. This can be the tricky part. What we're actually gonna do, we're just gonna kind of pave where the contract wants it, roughly. We'll come a little bit into the zone here, but we're gonna start paving from like here, and we're gonna go backwards over it, and we're gonna right down the middle. Ooh, ooh. Started going forward, changed my controls. You can see it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but see how bad that divot is. It should be okay. Yeah, you can see it there. I'm fighting it. We might have to hit it with a dozer a couple of times, see if we can smooth it, but now we're cruising. And what we'll do is we'll just flatten this out to finish the contract, and then if we decide, I think it's actually going to be okay. It's harder to widen because we were taller, so we would have had to done a lot more paving or smoothing, but this will be good. And then we'll go just a little bit past the end, but not much. And that leaves us some room if we need to make adjustments to this. If we have to bring a road in from the right, or we have to finish this left side. Actually, let's steamroll this. We'll leave you kind of there so you can still climb out, I hope. And we'll give it a once over with the dozer and see how it looks, or the roller. And see how it looks. You can see it mostly, it's a little... Got a couple. We'll see how the dozer handles it. It might flatten some of those. Again, we'll just go straight down the middle. We'll turn this all green. Because it's going to do an autocorrect anyway, and we'll see what it leaves us with. Because it does like a replace. You'll see. Yeah, that's smoother than it looked like it was going to be anyway. And then we have this little weirdness here. Which if it's still there, we can smooth it. There we go. But did it fix our bump? Let's see. You can see you got a bit here. This is also from the way it corrected. Yeah, it kind of feels like it smoothed it out a little bit. Cool. So we could go a little wider. It's a little round. Probably needed a couple more passes, but we were running out of sand. You can see where the AI one ends and where mine starts. See, that's what this bump is. Which is why I try not to do that, but I went a little too far both ends, but we'll see if the AI can get over it anyway, if we have to make any adjustments. They should be fine. It depends on what they give us. We may have to pave this if they give us wayfarers. Can't say the words. We need objectives. Start plotting. Okay. You're going to come out. You're going to go this way. And just make sure we clear this crane. Well, we don't have to pave in here. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be that big a deal. We just move the stuff out of the way. Again, this will depend on what vehicle they give us. Actually lines up pretty nice there. We have to move the paver still. We want to kind of come lined up here as best we can. Something like that. Actually, let's come a little more to the inside because they'll go a little wide if we're not careful. Oh, the dump truck might be in the way too. I'm going around this way. This is all roughly paved underneath, so it should be okay. We'll dispatch that. Okay, that's a semi-capable truck anyway. Let's back the paver up just a hair, just in case. Couldn't need it again anyway. Let's get our dump truck pulled back as well. Let's see how they do. Ooh, yeah. See, these ones will be okay because they have diff locks and they're a little bit off-roady, so they should be fine on the sand. It's the Wayfarer sometimes. I keep saying Wayfinder because that's a magic card. There's also a Wayfarer's bauble, so I don't know why, but Wayfinder, Wayfarer. Oh! Hello. That's from a dump truck leaving extra sand there. See if this one gets over it, because they sometimes can put ruts down. You gonna make it up? Looks like he's gonna do it. Tight, we'll see. We have to come smooth that, we will. That should just be... We might just pave. Like I said, we'll start there and just pave this whole section. If this fails, right up to where the concrete starts, right at the back of the truck now. We may have to extend the pave all the way out. So that's fine. Oh, we have a bit of a ridge here too. Oh well. We should be able to match it up with there. There's a bit of a bump, but that shouldn't be a problem for these guys. That shouldn't be a problem for any of the trucks. This little bit here, coming either direction, should be fine. They did get through it, if a little slow, so... Ooh, that's a mess. Yeah. This is not my best road, but it'll do. That side actually turned out okay. And after that, they're good. Okay. How are you doing over here? Yeah. You're gonna make it, though. What do we get? Oh, we get pipes. Cool. We get 5. We'll get 5 pipes if we get all the trucks through. Okay. Oops, I thought it was going to put me back to the other truck. There you go. And once they're here, we know they're good, so. If any of the other ones get stuck, because the second ones are often less capable. Oops. What am I doing? Trying to find the next objective. They're going to give us a new one, but let's look. Recover the construction depot. We have to get a piece, so let's track that. Where do you want it from? From the gas station. Let's get this north, orient myself so I can see. Where is our mule? Do we want to get it with the mule? Okay, we got that. Where is my mule?
Great job. You secured yourself a steady supply of pipes. Should help us out a great deal in the long run.
Game
Anywho,
facility? Okay.
if there's anything you can't have too much of in our business, it's concrete. At the moment, we barely have any, so sourcing more is a must. I think you can guess where I'm going with this. You betcha. There's a concrete plant in the area. I can't confirm its status from the satellite images. Could you go and check it out? Pretty please.
Oh yeah, we don't have the construct. I thought we had the concrete depot already, but we don't. Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna do this, recover the construction depot. And then we'll see what the main quest line after that.